What down, family? It's your boy SN back at y'all with another Chiraq Street Legends. And this episode is going to be about none other than Edai, aka King Koopa. Edai is originally from 6217 South Calumet, otherwise known as the Randolph Towers. Him and many more Chiraq Street legends actually come from this area. Edai has been known to be Black Disciple all of his life. Edai was a part of the infamous 600, who were allied with O-Block, Lamron, and THF-46 mainly. They beefed with 051, MOB, and mainly STL. The wars the 600 have been in have been the reason why a lot of them are not here anymore. Some of these beefs were inherited, and some of these beefs they got into on their own. But the crazy part is, most of these beefs were started over females. Edai is also the older brother of well-known Chiraq Street legend Courtney Ely, aka Edai.
No, what's your relationship with Edai? Like, let them know.
That's my real blood brother.
Blood.
Same mother, same father.
Blood, that's crazy. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that, man.
He was most commonly known to be called Edai, but he also went by the name King Koopa, a name in which he said he ended up having because his guys be around a lot of shells, meaning they keep a lot of bullets.
How you come up with that name, though, man? How you?
Koopa the King, man. That shit come from, man. In one of my songs and shit, I say, they call me Koopa. You know why? Because I be with a nigga with a lot of shells and shit. You know what I'm saying? That come from the little Mario Brothers and shit. The big boss nigga, you know what I'm saying? Little turtles and shit, a lot of shells, you know? You know how I mix that shit up and shit. That's how I get that shit, man.
That shows what it is, man.
My young niggas, they have a lot of shells. They be, you know?
Bang on some real drilling shit, huh?
Whether we like it or not, Edai is one of the fathers of the drill scene. He began putting out music about 2010 to 2011, before a lot of people were rapping. And even his ops were known to listen to him. As some of them said, they listened to him because he was one of the only ones that was actually doing it out the city, from around their area. So they had no choice. Before 600 was ever called 600, they were known as Brick City because their alleys in that area are made out of brick.
No, this the bricks right here, man.
This it, man?
600 might have been created by D-Thang and Lil Boo when it came to the streets. But when it came to the music, Edai was the one that created Team 600. He was kind of like the CEO.
Though the set 600 was founded by Lil Boo and D-Thang, it was Edai who actually started Team 600 ENT, which is their record label. He began releasing drill music videos as early as 2011 and is considered one of the first pioneers of drill rap.
Fool, man, stop it, shorty. Motherfuckers
hey, y'all know who it is talking on folks.
Motherfuckers know who started this shit, man. Gang shit on phone. Niggas ain't got no sex over here. No. Fuck you.
And the reason why some people say that Edai and FBG Duck helped father the drill scene is because before they started dissing each other, there wasn't anyone else doing it.
Little duck, better duck, before I dump and leave you slump in the trunk. Is you drunk? This ain't me, you must be dumb.
Edai
They know that he is done. Up my jock that he a run. Shots fire, leave him numb. He dissing us, he fucking dumb.
Edai, is you serious?
They went from dissing each other to dissing each other's dead homies to eventually doing hits and rapping about it. A lot of people don't understand that when the drill scene first kicked off, O Block and 600 were as one. That's why in a lot of the earlier videos, you will see 600 and O Block most of the time. And you will see members like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, C Murder, and even King Von in the videos. Edai literally created a wave that was legendary. He brought about rappers like L.A. Capone, Tay 600, Rondo No. 9, and some may even say Chief Keef and Lil Durk. Not only was Edai older than all of them and considered one of the big guys, realistically, he was the one that was getting some money. Edai made a smart decision and decided to start driving trucks. This is mostly why you never really seen Edai going to jail a lot. First Sosa signed a deal, and then Durk signed a deal. Edai could have just as well signed a deal, but rumor has it, he turned down about 4 of them. This would make a big impact on Edai's career. Drill is a culture that's founded on people actually doing what they say that they doing in their rap songs. That's why a lot of people think that the war started with the music. But in all actuality, the war was already cracking. The music just made it worse. You also have people that think that it was strictly a BD and GD war, when realistically, there was BDs and GDs on both sides of the bricks. It wasn't until Lil JoJo made BDK that the alliances became stronger, and you had to pick a side and stick with that side that you chose. And whatever happened is what happened. A lot of people diss Edai about him not really being in the field, but I've heard a couple songs referring to Edai as a shooter and him giving orders. Either way, Edai is a legend. Since the war started, there's been so many drill rappers that have lost their life to gun violence in Chicago due to something that they said in the drill song or just being a part of the gang life in general. As a matter of fact, there's so many names and so many people that have died in the drill scene that if I named them all, this video will probably take 3 or 4 hours. But not everybody lost their life to gun violence. Some of the guys ended up in prison with football numbers, such as Rondo No. 9 and Edai's baby brother, C-Day. According to Edai, he did everything he could to keep C-Day out of that situation. But I do know that Edai used to bring up C-Day a lot in his songs. I recall a quote that Durk made in one of his songs about making his brother hot and then leaving him stranded without a lawyer. This situation would kind of be the beginning of the ending for 600, because not only did Rondo No. 9 and C-Day end up with a lot of time, there was also speculation about Tay 600 being a rat. Allegedly, Tay 600 made a statement. False paperwork came out, and then supposedly real paperwork came out. Either way, Tay 600 and Edai will end up at odds with each other. Out of all of the people that we lost that were a part of the drill scene, I think that Edai was one of the ones that we never really expected to go down. But in the city of Chicago, eventually, your luck will run out.
Let's work out shit. Everybody's here. Putting in the extra work, man, you know.
On August 1st, 2021, Edai was chilling on a block on 72nd and Bennett over East. Some people say that he was over there dealing with a female, but there's many different stories about how and why he was killed. But what we do know is that somebody came through and shot Edai over 21 times. He was rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where he would eventually succumb to his injuries. And I think that what we can learn from the life and death of Edai is this. Life often presents us with opportunities, but sometimes we don't recognize those opportunities. because we're too busy chasing certain things in life. We have to realize that time waits for no man, and when opportunities present themselves, sometimes we have to man up and take them, because if we don't, those opportunities may fade away. Edai could have been out of Chicago just as well as Chief Keef and Dirk got out of Chicago. But Edai was looking for something different. He was basing his life and his decisions off of what the next man did. And it didn't work out for Edai. Edai was driving trucks then, and he ended up driving trucks until the day he died, because when the opportunity presented itself, he didn't capitalize. And another thing, I say this once, and I'll say this twice, and I'll even say it 3 times. When you have a reputation in the city of Chicago, the best thing that you can do is stay away from the city of Chicago unless you're heavily secured. Because anytime a person feels that they can get clout off doing something to you, not only getting clout, but taking somebody out of the game who could potentially rise above the crowd, make no mistake about it, they are going to capitalize on that opportunity. And it may not seem like much of an opportunity to the normal person, but when you're from Chicago, you know exactly how people from Chicago think. Sick and twisted. I feel as though Edai knew exactly who he was, and he knew exactly what he needed to do, but he didn't do it. And that's what eventually got him killed. This has been the story of King Koopa. It's your boy, SNTV.